It happened on a cold, windy evening. Paul was at home, relaxing after a long day. The kind of night when the wind rattles the windows and the whole neighborhood feels unusually quiet. Earlier that day, Paul had ordered something online. Nothing special, just a routine purchase. He wasn't even expecting it to arrive yet. But suddenly, the doorbell rang. A single sharp ding that echoed through the silent house. Paul frowned. "Who delivers this late?" he muttered. He walked to the front door, looked through the peephole. No one. When he opened the door, he found a small brown package lying on the doormat. No delivery truck, no footsteps, no person in sight, just the package. He picked it up. It was cold, much colder than it should have been. And stranger than that, there was no label, no name, no address, no company, nothing. Paul took it inside, placed it on the kitchen counter, and tore the tape open. Inside was a smooth black wooden box and a small slip of worn yellow paper. On it, in shaky handwriting, "Do not open after midnight." Paul laughed. Really? Someone thinks they're funny. Just then his phone buzzed. Unknown number. He answered. "Hello?" A deep, dry voice whispered on the other end. "Paul, don't open the box." Paul froze. "Who is this? How do you know my name?" The voice continued, trembling like it came from a cold place. "Whatever you do, keep it shut. If you open it, it will come out." Paul's skin crawled. He hung up immediately. His heart was racing, half fear, half irritation. He walked back to the wooden box. He hesitated, then lifted the lid. Inside was a mirror. Just a small, old, dusty mirror. Nothing else. Paul picked it up. At first, he saw only his reflection. But as he looked closer, something was off. His reflection was smiling. Paul wasn't. The smile grew wider, slowly, unnaturally. Then the reflection tilted its head to the side, as if studying him. Paul stepped back. His reflection didn't. It kept leaning forward, closer to the glass. And then he saw the lips move. Not fast, not slow, just barely enough to notice. Paul's stomach dropped. He placed the mirror down on the table and backed away. But the reflection continued moving inside the mirror, like it was trying to get closer. Suddenly, bang, bang, bang! Someone pounded hard on the front door. Paul flinched. His voice shook as he called out, "Who is it?" There was a pause. Then the same deep voice from the phone said, "Paul, give the box back." Paul felt cold sweat run down his back. He didn't dare open the door. When he turned around, the mirror's reflection was gone, but something else was in the glass. Behind him, a tall, dark figure. A shape, blurred like thick smoke, but with a human form. Paul dropped the mirror. The lights flickered and then went out completely. The entire house became silent, except for Paul's shaky breathing. He switched on his phone flashlight. The beam hit the mirror lying on the floor. Words were now written across the glass, clearly traced by a fingertip from the inside. "I am out." Paul's breath caught in his throat. He slowly turned, and the figure stood inches behind him. Long, shadowy limbs, hollow, burning eyes, and a grin too wide to belong to anything human. Paul wanted to scream, but no sound came out. The figure leaned close to his ear and whispered in the same voice from the call, "You shouldn't have opened it after midnight." Paul's phone slipped from his hand. Everything went silent. The next morning, a delivery driver walked up to Paul's house. He had a package addressed to the same location, but the door was wide open. The house was empty. The only thing inside was the little black mirror sitting neatly on the table. In the mirror's reflection, Paul was standing there staring back. But the real Paul was nowhere to be found. On the package the driver held, a fresh label printed itself, slowly, letter by letter. Next delivery in progress.